Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it. Today, you know her name.
My
Stop
God.
asking. It's Sarah Fraser.
I like that. Hi, David Yontef. How are you?
Oh my gosh, another day, another $1.50.
That's
Some
basically all
days,
we're making.
right?
I
I
know.
mean, another $2.
Thank God for that
Um,
jar honey you sold because honest Lord, we are out here slinging it for 75 cents.
guys, we're trying. We're trying. Support, go to Patreon, buy cameos, buy merch. Guys, it's tough. It's tough for us. Please take pity
Wow,
on us.
I
One
know.
day when the dollars don't add up, we'll be gone. And you know what? You'll all wish we were here. So please support, help,
Help,
SOS.
help, SOS, baby.
Sarah, guess what?
What?
Beverly Hills is filming. They started a few weeks back.
Tell me all of your thoughts because I got thoughts.
Well, let me
Miss,
tell you
okay, first of
something.
all, Miss Jane, our girl EJ is going to your same Ozempic supplier. Girl is a twig.
Let me tell you something about that. So I send the picture because listen, on the Patreon, when New Jersey's not on, Miss D, Kim D, reviews. She talks about what's going on in the real world with Jersey because she's always up to something. But we also do reviews of Beverly Hills. So Kim stays, I got to keep her up on Beverly Hills. So I sent her the picture. The new season's filming. Look at everyone's outfits. She likes to critique the outfits. And she's like, who's the blonde? And I'm like, the blonde's name is Erika Jane. And she's like, LOL. I'm like, no, that's Erika.
It's
And
EJ.
she's like, because the person was turned to the side kissing Crystal. And I'm like, oh, girl, before you say anything, Erica's on the Manjaro. I take Manjaro, same thing as Ozempic. Let's just, guys, learn the names. It's not going anywhere. It was just part of an ABC special, which I was on with Patty Stanger. But yeah, the EJ is, I mean, I don't know why no one's talking about it. Girl is on the Ozempic. Sorry.
Well, there's nothing. I mean, look, we can all
Nothing
speculate,
wrong with
right?
that.
Nothing wrong with it. I mean, people's criticism of it, and this is why, because they're it's alleged rumor that EJ's on it, Shannon Bedora's on it, Kyle Richards is on it, Kyle's denied. Mindy Kaling is on. I mean, it is rumored
Yes,
that
yes,
all
yes
these
to all of the above. I
they
said months ago.
know.
I said
They
months
say
ago that
no.
Tracy Tudor was on it, and Tracy was the ABC special. Look it up. Behind the Velvet Rope was on it with Patty. They took clips. They took Jackie Goldschneider sounding off about it. Like, leave me alone, Jackie Goldschneider. Leave me the fuck alone. If I want to do this, leave me alone. And they had Tracy Tudor on Jeff Lewis, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I love it." So I'm like, well, at least someone else is admitting it. But girl, I called that months ago. But go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, I have been critical of Jackie Gold Snyder in the past, but I do agree with Jackie in a sense because unfortunately for people that are very influenced by eating disorders, I mean, that was me for years. I was bulimic. I took laxatives. Don't ask me why. Never do that. I ended up shitting my pants like in public multiple times at my mom's second wedding. Anyhow, I get what Jackie is saying. It's just so damaging. And the problem is people are going to gain all the weight back and more when they go off this,
That's what Jackie says.
unless you have access to incredible trainers, psychologists that you're reworking your brain. I mean, so it is very dangerous to the average person to take. That's the thing. And I think everybody's still talking about it, but none of these celebrities are ever going to admit to it because they know the backlash will be unbelievable. I mean, in a way, like if Mindy Kaling, and again, she claims she's not on it. I have no idea.
Bullshit.
I
Sorry.
I have no idea if she is. But, I mean, Mindy
Sorry.
Kaling is a big TV producer and host and comedian. If she came out and said, "Oh, I'm using Ozempic," and she doesn't have diabetes, which how do we know that? But I actually feel like she would lose jobs over it because people are like, there's a shortage. Supposedly, I think it's being managed, but people feel like, are you
Wow.
taking away a diabetes drug from celebrity? I get the
I
backlash.
get it. I get it. But A, you cannot see my medical records because of HIPAA. And B, like when that thing was on, because I didn't even know I was on, one of these listeners sent me a thing and she's like, you're on Nightline, ABC News. I sent it to Patty and I was like, I don't understand why it's such a story. Like, I understand why it was a story a year ago, but it's the same story. Like, we haven't found anything else out. So to me, it's like, why is it such a story?
Well,
Like when
is there still a shortage? That's the only story part of it. Is there still a
um
shortage?
look, I tell people this because I mean, a lot of people have written to me and I've put them in contact with my person. It's, you have to be able to go on. Like, if you want one specific one, Mounjaro, Wegovy, or Ozempic, I think there's a shortage. If you're open to anything in the generic, it's all the same. Now, Patty screams at me. She screams at me when I say this. No, it's not all the same. Mounjaro has an extra peptide tryptophan in it. Yeah, oh, sure. To the average human being listening to this that hasn't studied this like I have for 30 hours a day, it's pretty much all the same. There are minor differences, but the bottom line is they all basically work the same, give or take. So is there still a shortage? I do think that there is still a shortage, and that is what the drama is, that a bunch of a bunch of selfish people from Hollywood and New York and other places are using this for the wrong reasons. I understand the outrage too, but don't hate the player, hate the game. Like, I didn't make these rules, so don't get mad at me. And also, I don't care if I get canceled. Someone the other day told me that's like, they love listening to me because they don't care if I get canceled. I'm like, that's really the nicest thing you can say to me. They love listening to, no, I mean, because I really don't. Like, I mean, there's, you can't cancel someone who doesn't care. Like, I really don't care.
I know. I love it. And I appreciate you so much. And you've worn off on me and I love that because I worried for years of what people thought, and I've been canceled and I took it personally. And it took me I did lose a couple of sponsors, but then everything came back. And I really wish if I had it to do over again, I think I just would have moved on much faster, but I internalized it for so long. I love you. I'm so inspired by you. And I do think people are at the point they don't care.
Well, first of all, there's a woman named Angelina Pavarnik from Jersey Shore who spent 10 years thinking she ruined her life as Snooki became a multimillionaire, and Pauly D, who's worth $30 million. And now she's back on Jersey Shore. And Chris Harrison was canceled with $25 million and now has a booming podcast. And Stassi Schroeder was canceled and didn't lose one follower and then went on Patreon and became a bestseller for the second time. I don't really know what the word canceled means when you're still living your life. So nobody is canceling me. Stop. Don't waste your time, because you're going to cancel me for 30 seconds and I'm going to be back like a fucking cockroach, like Rinna says. So don't waste your fucking time. It's a waste of your time. And by the way, cancel me. Let me put it this way. I guarantee you I will be on to my next business venture in 50 years before I get canceled. If you would like to try to cancel me and it happens to work, the 0.01% chance that happens before I'm ready, I have 3 other businesses here, which will make me as much money in my head.
True.
So please cancel me and put me out of my misery, but that's not happening. So let's move on. But okay, yes, it's still a story. I don't know why, but Erika Jayne is on Ozempic. Kim D was like, that's not